everyone. Here I am Vadel Sagar, and welcome to the my online studying program with the collaborative work with the P Chandra International School. Today we will go for the standard number 11th of the physics of the science field. Or most welcome to the one of the prestigious field of this among the all over the studies, which is called science. Science is just have a status in a society like it is those students only takes the what which those students are getting good marks and the good in the study also. And okay, the good in the study scenario is good, but those who are getting the great marks, it means 80 plus 60 plus 9 wise, likewise it is not a likewise. The science is the field which is the easiest field among the all over the studies, but as per the value point of view, it is the highest value studies point of view. The science is the field where it's based on, or it's a stand on four subject, four major tools: physics, chemistry, biology and maths. There along with those four, there is a lot of extracurricular studies are there, but these four are very important. Among these four, the one is the BAP of all the subjects is physics. Physics is nothing but the, as I said, BAP, it means the biology, chemistry and other field are the just beta of it. If in a science you are studying chemically through, that will be the chemistry. If you are do study on the living things, then it will be the biology. And for the manipulations and all the calculation scenario, it will be the maths. But all over those things are come under the physics. So physics is the BAP of the subject. So the generally it is the easiest subjects. Let's move ahead. So what I'm discussing physics, as my qualification is also MSc physics and I'm doing the PhD in the physics. But the chapter number 1 for the present discussion is the physical world. So the name itself is physical world. So we are now putting our fits in the physics subject. So you should have stay strong, stay healthy, and keep learning the physics. It will be enjoyable among the all over the subjects. Let's start. What is physics? First question comes in your mind. The branch of science, it is one of the branch of the science which concern with the nature and property of matter and energy, where you are trying to focus on nature, property of matter and energy we are trying to see. Few of things are you may come across also in the science book of the 10th and 9th. The few chapters are being from the physics portions. So that when you are seeing the optics, lights and all that, the subject matters of physics, which includes mechanics, different kind of mechanics are also there: heat, light, other radiation, sound, electricity, magnetisms and structure of atoms and all the, not only this much which is listed in this slide, there is a lot of huge wide scope of the physics is there. It is the one of the great field of the science where we need to learn everything about biologically, chemically, structure, mathematically, probably everything. It is a field where we try to understand how God creates this all stuff around you, what you are able to see. Everything. If you get a question how it works, anything you can solve or you can explain with the help of physics. This is the knowledge to understand or to explain the everything which around you. Sorry, one of the liking field among the all over the world. Okay, if you are doing the physics, then you have one status in society also. Yeah, it's you are a physics student, so it is not easy to understand for the all, but yes, it is actually easy to understand for the all. I always have such attitude in the students. It is a very easiest subject among the all over the subject which you so far seen. You may have question how it happened, why it happened, when, where, why. All the questions answer we can made with the using of the knowledge of physics. So this is that's why it's important. Everything you can able to answer it with the help of physics. The word physics comes from the Greek word of the nature. Nature, it is nothing but the physics. The Greek physica, nature things, the physis, nature. This is all about the Greek words, pronunciations and all that. Shortest definition if I want to make, if anybody who tell to you, who ask to you that what is physics, then you can answer it in very shortly. It is a knowledge to understand how the nature works. Okay, it is a way on which you can able to study on it, so how the natural phenomena is occurring in the nature. What is physics? Introduction portion of the NCERT textbook point of view. Humans have always been curious about the world around them, what will happening on the what is happened also. The night sky, if I see, if you sit on the chair and you are observing the night sky, it's a bright celestial object, was fascinating the human science as time immemorial. The regular respectives of the day and nights, annual cycles of reasons, eclipses, tides, volcanoes, rainbows, and all the things are wonders as to how it happened, why it happened. Suppose that rainbow is formed, then why only this time of the monsoon time? And why it is always oppositely the directions of sun directions? So this is the why the questions why comes into pictures. If you are answered it, then you may get the basic behind it. Yes, that's why it's happened. So this is the all the things how why the day and nights is happening. If you should know, when the sun is goes down to the back of the our side of the earth, then you may not getting light. If you are not getting light, you will may get night of this what you have. And if you are a front of the sun, then you will get a day. So this is the basic of how and when you can explain. This is the physics you know behind it. The inquiring and imaginations human mind has responded to the wonders of our awe of nature in the different ways. This human endeavors leads, if you are trying to find, if you have some passion, why, when, all the kind of the endeavors if you have in course of time, to the modern science and technology build in the what you can able to see. The word science is originating from the Latin word scientia, meaning to know. Science is nothing but the to know. I want to know, this is nothing but the science. That's why if you are in the science field, you should have curiosity to know everything why it's happened. Okay. The Sanskrit word is vignan. There is also two, you can v, it means around you, enugnan, so that is called vignan. This is Sanskrit, also very good for the us. Arabic, it's a lam, conveys similar meaning of the knowledge also. The science is the broad sense. It is old human species. The early civilizations of the Egypt, India, China, Greece, and Mesopotamia, and many others made some vital contributions in the progress. What we are today, we have the science. There is a too much great contribution from the Egypt, Greek, Germany, India, China also. So there is a great contribution. We cannot forget them. Science is a systematic attempt. Science is nothing but the systematically you are doing something attempt to understand the natural phenomena is much in the detail and depth as possible. And the knowledge so you gain, which is you according the knowledge you can gain, you can predict, modify, and control the phenomena. This you can able to compare with the what the actually is happening in the nature. Science is nothing but the exploration, experimentations, and predictions from what we have around us. Three things you must do in this science field. Exploring you have to do, you have to explore the things why and everything you are looking forward to. You, if you are in the space science, then you cannot restrict yourself into the space science study. If you are in the somewhere else, you cannot restrict yourself to the someone else. But you have a broadness, exploring everything what you have, you doing experiments, and then after the judging everything, you can able to may able to predict something also. The curiosity to learn about the world, unraveling the secrets of the natures, and the first step towards the discovery of science. If you revel the system, then you may get the new discoveries of the scientific methods involved into the incorporating in the steps. If you are in the science field, you may have to follow the systematic way. You have to do the systematic observation. બસ ખાલી જોઈ લીધું? No, you have to do some systematic observation. Then you are control experiment, you need to do some study on it, so it is called control experiment. Then you have two options, qualitative and quantitative reasoning you have to do. Mathematical modeling at the end, if you are seeing and then you will do the qualitative and quantitative reasoning also, then you may control the mathematical modeling on it, and at the end of the story you can be able to predict and verify whether it is right or wrong and happen what it will be. This is steps to follow to do some discovery and all that. Science is ever dynamics. There is no final theory in the science and no unquestioned authority among the scientists. As observations improve, what experimental tools if you have improve, then in detail and precisions of experiment yield a new results. You cannot say today this is the final atom system, proton and electron and what neutron is there. No, there is nothing behind it. Yes, if you do more experiment and more precise way study you will do, then definitely you will get inside something the proton also. And we get in the recent study which is in proton also made up of the quarks. If you do the more study in the quarks also, we will get something inside the quarks also. So we can't authorize ourselves to, yes, this is a final stage of the science. No, no one can, no one have authority to stop the god creations. No, the gods is the first and among the highest positions which seated. Okay. Yield new result, theoretical must account for them to if necessary by the introductory modification. For example, so you why you can't finalize something. You can't you if you are saying like it is finally yes I am right 100%. No, you can see the example. John Kepler says examined explaining a data in a planetary science to collect a Tokyo Brahe, one of the also another scientist who said that circular orbits are there around the sun, or the heliocentric system. Before that also one fellow comes who has said that geocentric, earth at the center, but the study is more going on. Then it will be Kepler's and the Tokyo Brahe predict it is a not a geocentric, it is a heliocentric, so it is a modification come into pictures. But Tokyo Brahe and Kepler said it is a circular orbit, and that is also wrong. After the study of the Copernicus in the 1473 or the around of 1543, then he predicted it is not a circular orbit, it is an elliptical orbit. So that if you do the more and more study, you will get the explorations more and more. Just a new experiment may suggest an alternation theory to model the theoretical advance may suggest what looks forward for the some experiment. So this I can explain you. Einstein did a prediction of the gravitational wave in 1915, but we can give a proof as a practically on 2015 after the 100 year. So everywhere the theoretical model are always come into the first, and then we have to do the technologically and do the experiment study, it will become later after. So it's always the basement of the theoretical models in the physics. The result of the experiment of scattering alpha particles that you may come across in the 8th and 9th class. The result of the alpha particle which scattered from the gold foil by the Rutherford, he predicts something which is tiny inside the atoms, which is very heavy, through which it cannot pass alpha particles. This is the discovery. But after the nuclear model of the atom, which then becomes a basic of quantum theory for the hydrogen atoms in the given 1930 by the Niels Bohr, is to give the perfect atomic model. The concept of antiparticle was first introduced theoretical by the Paul Dirac in the 1930s, was confirmed the 2 year later after the theoretically Paul Dirac is said the antiparticle is exit. What is antiparticle? I will explain you, because yet you don't have much level. I'm just explaining what the inside the textbook. And after the 2 year, the discovery of positron by the Carl Anderson. So the discovery of positron, which is positron, is nothing but the antiparticle of the electron. Electron has a negative charge, but the positron has positive charge. This is called anti. Enathi undhu. Okay. The word physics is comes from the Greek word. The meaning is nature. The Sanskrit word is the bhautiki vignan. Vignan we seen earlier. Science is going to be vignan, and the physics going to be bhautik vignan. It is the under the reference of the study of the physical world. We can broadly describe the physics as a study to the basic laws and natures, their manifestations of different natural phenomena. Here we remark the two principal thrust in physics is unification and reduction. I will explain you in the detail of the unification and reductions in the later sections of the chapter. For the today, it is this much is enough for the introduction of the physics and science, what exactly it is. From the tomorrow onwards, or the maybe after that, in the next session, we will go for the detailed study of the chapter number 1. Thank you very much for the till that. And if you have any kind of query, or if you like my the way on which I represent, then make sure you may have get a comment section. Do the comment on the comment section. Thank you very much.